Top 10 Christmas movies to watch right now. From holiday classics to heartwarming romantic comedies, here are the best Christmas movies to stream. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we tell you about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Now grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of this video, because today's video is going to list down the top 10 Christmas movies to watch right now. So let's get started. Number 10. A Christmas Story Christmas. Because 1983's A Christmas Story has achieved iconic status among holiday movies and has become a nostalgic cornerstone to millions of fans who revisit it every December, it's easy to forget that the film's initial success came from its skewering of nostalgia itself. Nearly 40 years after the original, A Christmas Story is getting a sequel. A now grown-up Ralphie returns to his old house on Cleveland Street to try to give his kids the kind of magical Christmas he experienced as a kid. But between reconnecting with childhood friends and reconciling the past of his old man, things don't go as smoothly as Ralphie hoped. A Christmas Story Christmas, featuring the return of Peter Billingsley as Ralphie and many of the first movie's cast, is a nice and family-friendly follow-up that echoes the tone and feel of Bob Clark's beloved movie for a worthy sequel that doesn't reinvent or upstage the first. Number 9. Love Hard. The classic holiday catfishing. We sign up for love through a dating app, only to discover that the Christmas-inspired romance we thought we were netting isn't the person we expected at all. Such is the case for Natalie Bauer in Netflix's Love Hard. An LA-based dating columnist, Natalie's catfish troubles arise when she matches with a guy named Josh on a dating app who has been using a friend's profile pic and info. After flying across the country to surprise him, Natalie is forced to reckon with the duping, but also learns to like Josh in the process. It's not exactly reinventing the wheel, but Love Hard manages to serve up enough holiday laughs and cheers for any and all interested parties. Number 8. A Snow Globe Christmas. In a temper, a cynical TV executive tries to smash a snow globe, but instead, it hits her on the head and knocks her out. When she comes around, she finds herself married to a handsome woodworker and mother to 2 young children in a perfect snow-covered town like the one in her snow globe. Alicia Witt and Donald Faison star in this Lifetime Christmas movie about a cynical TV executive who wakes up after a blow to the head to discover a completely different life. Here she's settled in a seemingly perfect little town, married to her former sweetheart with 2 children. But the little snow globe fantasy isn't real, and the executive has to decide what's really important to her between this fantasy and the real world. Number 7. 12 Pups of Christmas. Martin is having a tough time keeping his business afloat. Specializing in dog GPS locators, he and his new hire Aaron are tasked with finding homes for 12 puppies that are abandoned after a photo shoot. As Martin and Aaron band together under pressure, the co-workers begin to discover a blooming love for one another, just in time for the holidays. Recently single and starting a new job in a different city, Aaron, a canine therapist, is getting a fresh start. But just when she thought her new life would be the reset she needed, her self-centered boss Martin tasks Aaron with finding homes for 12 puppies who were left behind after a photo shoot for a struggling GPS locator company. And all before Christmas. As they work together, Aaron realizes Martin may not be so bad after all, and her take-charge attitude not only helps Martin save his company, but also reveals a calmer, better self that opens them both up to the idea of love. Number 6. Christmas in Mississippi. They say you can never go home again, but on Christmas in Mississippi, Holly learns differently. A hurricane struck Gulfport 5 years ago, and that was the last time the town put on its popular Christmas light show. Holly wants to help make sure it happens this year, but so does her high school sweetheart Mike. Considering how poorly he treated her heart last time, Holly doesn't want a repeat performance. But with her mother pushing her in one direction, and Mr. Chris joining in for good measure, it won't be long before these old lovebirds start flying together once more. Number 5. A Castle for Christmas. In A Castle for Christmas, Brooke Shields stars as Sophie Brown, a novelist who flees to Scotland for Christmas when her latest book paints her into a not-so-wonderful corner. Overseas, she visits the ancestral ground of a castle once maintained by her grandfather. As Sophie begins to fall for the sprawling estate, she must go toe-to-toe with a miserly duke who now runs it, serving up everything we'd expect from an easy-viewing direct-to-VOD Christmas flick. A Castle for Christmas is sure to delight most Christmas movie diehards. Number 4. Christmas on the Farm. A romantic comedy about a New York socialite who fakes her identity to get her book published and has to rush back to her deceased mother's farm when her publisher and her son come to visit their Australian author. Christmas on the Farm is a classic holiday rom-com that explores the life of Australian author Clementine Jones Montgomery, whose book details the nature of growing up on the outskirts of Queensland at an idyllic farm with her husband and daughter. The book, a collection of recipes and sweet anecdotes about Aussie life, is almost guaranteed to become an international bestseller. New York socialite Emmy Jones is on the verge of her big break. Her book about life on an Australian farm has incredible hype, so much so that her publisher Jeanette wants to see the farm firsthand during the Christmas season. Bringing her son Jack along for the ride, they're eager to get a taste of the rustic, simple life Emmy described. The only problem is, it's not really Emmy's life, and she has to pretend to like it as through a wild weekend on her deceased mother's farm. Number 3. A Boy Called Christmas. A Boy Called Christmas, based on Matt Haig's novel, reimagines the English folklore featuring Father Christmas. The film unfolds from the point of view of a children's aunt who recites the story of a boy named Christmas to preach the significance of Christmas trees, gifts, and chocolates. The children's film is an adventurous tale filled with love, courage, and hope, directed by Gil Keenan. Young Nicholas has a grand adventure while discovering his magical destiny as Father Christmas. Adapted from the best-selling book by Matt Haig, A Boy Called Christmas boasts an outstanding cast including Maggie Smith, Kristen Wiig, Michael Huseman, and Sally Hawkins. Nicholas is an ordinary boy who misses his father around Christmas, so he decides to set out to find his father in the fabled village of the elves, Elfhelm. Nicholas brings with him a headstrong reindeer named Blitzen and his loyal pet mouse, soon falling into an extraordinary adventure that proves nothing is impossible. Number 2. Christmas Solo. There are probably a few, if any, easy times to be a single parent, but for Nate and Jennifer, this latest one promises to be the most challenging yet. Jennifer's husband died tragically, Nate's ex-wife left him, and each is raising a daughter on their own. While in a perfect world, their budding romance would only help things. Sadly, they're not the only ones with a say in the matter. It turns out their respective daughters, Charlotte and Melissa, are bitter enemies in school, and their parents' courtship only fuels their rivalry. A little Christmas spirit will probably be in order for everyone involved to find understanding, forgiveness, and hopefully, love. Number 1. Almost Christmas. As usual, a group of middle-upper-crust black folk come together for the holidays, and so begins the drama. A dysfunctional family gathers together for their first Christmas since their mom died. Walter Meyer is a retired mechanic who lost the love of his life 1 year earlier. Now that the holiday season is here, he invites daughter Rachel and Cheryl and sons Christian and Evan to his house for a traditional celebration. Poor Walter soon realizes that if his bickering children and the rest of his family can spend 5 days together under the same roof, it will truly be a Christmas miracle. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.